Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the last game of the opening day here at the Accc Africa Cup for Club Champions. I'm joined in studio by the captain for Bulawayo Hockey Club, an experienced campaigner, youngster still, but plenty of experience in the bank. Tatenda Kanyangarara, good afternoon, good evening to you. How's the mood in the camp?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. The mood is great. I think the boys are pumped and ready to get going. I think we've played each other numerous times, so we're just ready to settle the score at this tournament.
Settle the score, settle the score. I'm sure they will bring it to Hippo. They know each other pretty well, as he's just said. Anything special that we can look out for in this opening match for both sets of teams?
Certainly from my boys, I think we're aiming to score lots of goals, and the main thing is just look out for some good celebrations.
Interesting. I hope our trusty engineers in the background behind the camera surely to capture those interesting celebrations, but all the same, all the best for this opening encounter, and stay tuned. We'll have the Hippo Valley captain to join us shortly. And we're back here with Gift Jetta, as they call him, Chamunorwa, the captain for Hippo Valley. I mean, he looks a little bit nervous. Maybe I'm wrong?
It's the game. Yeah, I am.
Here I am. It's part of the game. Jetta, what can we look forward to from your side? I heard you guys cheering on your ladies earlier on. I'm sure the mood and morale is pretty high, and you have a high set standard for your side.
Yeah, the ladies gave us a very good start, so we're going to try and maintain the start and finish off on the high note.
Yes, I'm sure plenty of fans you've earned across Southern Africa, especially back home in Chiredzi. And to all our viewers back home, this is one of the tournament favorites in my book. Yes, the host, Hippo Valley, Jetta, he's earned that name. I'm sure you'll see a bit of the jet shoes that he has placed on him. But all the same, good luck in this game. It's your time to warm up. Thank you for your time, Jetta.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back just after this short break as both teams go through warm-up now. And be sure to stay glued to your screens. At just past 6 o'clock, we will see push-off in the penultimate game of the day one of the 2026 Africa Club Championships in the heart of Harare at St. John's School or College AstroTurf, hosted, of course, by the Hockey Association of Zimbabwe, streamed on the Africa Hockey page, brought to you by Rising Stars. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to leave your screens. Thank you.
Elizabeth Opoku from Ghana. I'm the captain of the Ghana Revenue Authority hockey team, the ladies side. And we've been preparing since early 2025, because we played our league in 2025. And throughout the league, we were optimistic about our coming to the African Championship, because we are the defending champions. And God be so good, we won our league, and preparation has been good so far. So we are here to take back the trophy to Ghana. They know themselves, nothing special, as they've been doing always. They should keep the support coming, and we wouldn't disappoint them. We are bringing the trophy back to Ghana, so their prayers, their support, their cheers in the stands, at their homes, at their various workplaces, they should keep them coming, because we also deliver on this pitch. Yeah. Morale in camp is 100%, because we play for our institution, and preparation has been just top-notch. In terms of welfare and logistics, everything is fine. And morale from the players is also high, because our main target is to take the trophy back home. So nothing more, nothing less, just taking the trophy. That's our focus. Yeah.
the ball there.
My name is Eugene Jumo Achampong, captain of the Ghana Revenue Authority hockey men's team. Yes, we knew that we were definitely going to qualify for the championship. So right from the beginning of our league season, our main aim was everything that we were doing was geared towards competing in the club's championship. Yes, they are feeling very good. Most of us have played in the championship for some time now, and a few of them playing for the first time. So it's quite a kind of a mixed feeling. But then in total, I think that morale in camp is good and the boys are ready.
Yo, what's up? This is Jera. So, word of the day, focus on the winning, keeping positive. See you there.
I think appreciating where Hippo is from. Hippo, it's a Hippo Valley estate, it's a farm. So you'll find that the players, their background is their children, initially of employees on the farm. So for them to get to this level, where you're competing for the top crown in Africa, coming from a farm in the middle of, Tirezi, the low belt of Zimbabwe, I think it means the world to a lot of the players here. And in fact, to myself, to actually say we're now on the continental stage coming from that particular background. But getting here it's a team effort. And I think part of the team that you don't see here is those who have helped us to get to this point, the sponsors who've put in a significant amount of money to pay for everything that has managed to get us here. I think we're particularly appreciative to Hewlett's to get us to this continental tournament.
Honestly, I'm so excited. I can't believe that we are finally here. We get to play some good hockey. We get to watch some good hockey. It's been a really long journey from last year qualifying, I think it was in January, and trying to get the pieces together, getting the team together, getting the logistics together because we traveled. And honestly, I feel so grateful to be here. The good thing is we know each other quite well. I think everyone who's come from out of the country, we have played together before, and we've had a few practices together as well. So gelling, we've gelled. We just have to see how we come together on match day, because everyone has to give their best, and that comes down to individuals.
My name is Amr El-Hadi. I'm playing in Port Fahd hockey team. Just we came here to African Cup for Club Champions. I like all the times we are preparing well, training well, and we came here to get the champions. We came here because we are champions of the Egyptian League, and this is the second time for us to join this tournament, and we hope that we win. First of all, I want to thank the Zimbabwe Hockey Federation, because I think the field is very well, organized very well, and every time we come back to Egypt, we tell about our friends all things is good about this journey.
It's always really good to have stuff on home soil. Pretty pumped, the ladies are pretty pumped to have it back home. And I'm sure with home support, we should be able to give people a good show.
Oh, we're super excited. I mean, for our team, we've qualified quite a number of times, but just hadn't had the funds to be able to travel to other African countries. So just the fact that we're hosting it it's excitement, and just, purely, it's just purely excitement.
This is a big opportunity for Hippo, both men's and women's, I think for all the teams in Zimbabwe. such a big opportunity, a big stage for all the teams, because hosting such a big tournament means a lot for everyone.
Sing as much as you can, all right, allow us to do the playing, all right, and hopefully, you know, we can't control results, but we're looking forward for the best.
Sijabulile ukubana siya ku Accc njalo ama players ethu ama spirits abo high and silethemba lokubana sizadlala kuhle ku Accc njalo silethemba lokubana ama result azasifavor ukubana sihambe ku final.
Look, we are representing Maribiland as coming from this region, but I think we're also there representing Zimbabwe as a whole. And so we just would call on anyone from any part of the country to say, come support us at St. John's the way we are playing. And not just us, I mean, there's Hippo as well, even though, yes, they are a competitor at this level, but they're also representing our country. And we have good camaraderie between the two clubs. And so, yeah, we would appreciate any support that comes our way.
To a final encounter of the day, which sees an all-Zimbabwean affair, the Hippo Club taking on the Bulawayo Hockey Club. Club players in this encounter coming out of the Republic of South Africa, Brandon Nevling, assisted by Atkins Apoku of Ghana. White. The coaches for the side, Hippo, Tonga Mukwewa and Michael McCopp. So just a look at the sides. I'll start with the Bulawayo team, Tochoku, Alphas, Where Namaza, Machemete, Zindi, Muchono, Foster, Pofu, Makiseni, January, Chuma, Engelbert, Basuku, Kaizanwa, Kanyanganara, and Glovu to close them out. And Ben will take us through the Hippo side.
Yes, sir. In goals, Fleming, Mazua, Clear Moyo, jersey number 2, Norman Muchacha, Evans Chikwani, Donald Mutupo, experienced campaigner, dribble master if you ask me. Iwanashe Chigumira, Richard Matambo, another experienced campaigner, Alec Chomonorwa, onward Shuba, Musa Mbona Kangwe in jersey number 12, Reginald Meza in 13, Philip Machaya, a return from Philip, Phineas Makarara, Emmanuel Mplanga, Asme Mpofu, who is the vice captain for the day, Elia Mangere, substitute goalkeeper, Amos Chomonorwa, and of course number 13, stalwart Gift Jetta. Chamunora. Ladies and gentlemen, they're actually coming to you live, brought to you by Rising Stars Media. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Invite a friend to like a friend. And we will have to get underway here with the live stream. Stay tuned, ladies and gents.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, on to our final day one encounter here, which sees the Hippo Hockey Club coming out of Chirezi, taking on the Bulawayo Hockey Club out of the southern part of the country, making the long trek both of the sides. As we're moments away from getting underway here at the Accc Cup for Club Champions, hosted here at the St. John's Astro in Harare, Zimbabwe. The 34th staging, 36th, I beg your pardon, as we're moments away from push-off. In the white strip will be the Hippo Hockey Club out of Chiredzi and Bulawayo, also out of the southern part of the country. Again, Nam, Tochuku, Alphas Mazula, Oslo Stanford numbers up, vice captain on the side, Farai Jemede, Philip Zini, Constantine Mwichono, Daniel Foster, Senior Mpofu, Menashe Makiseni, Kevin January, Walter Chumap, Joshua Engelbrett, Tamasanga Masuku, and Takwana Begipon, Gaidanwa, Tatenda Kanyangarara, who is also the skipper of the side, an inspirational coach in his free time as well, and Mutawashe Kanyangarara, and then Alex Ndlovu closes out their outfit. Ben, good afternoon, or good evening now, and it's been an exciting day one. Can you take us through this Hippo side?
Yes, lining up for Hippo Valley as Fleming Mazua in goals, Clear Moya, jersey number 2, Norman Muchacha, Evans Chikwani, Donald Mutupo, experienced campaigner, together with Pritchard Matambo, in jersey 6 and 8 respectively, Tadiwa Nashe Chigumira, Alec Chamunorwa, Onward Shumba, Musa Mbonakanwe, Reginald Meza, Philip Machaya, a returnee to the hockey circles, Phineas Makarara, Emmanuel Mushlanga, Azmi Mpofu, vice captain, Elia Mangere, the substitute goalkeeper, Amos Chamunorwa, and Gift, older brother, Chamunorwa. Jetta is his name. Both teams they know each other pretty well, but be sure to look out for some enterprising play, especially from their captain for Bulawayo Hockey Club. That's Tatenda Kanyangarara. One not to leave in open space. The kid is a talent, together with his brother Mutsawashe, and of course Dad will be watching on the sideline. Shout out to you, Bali Kays.
I think he's in the dugout as a team manager as well.
Shout out to the commentators.
I heard him in the background.
Yes, Tot Fasienda Parum Factum, as we would say. Good to have you around, and thank you for raising such fine gentlemen in your boys as they look to carry the mantle for Matabele land in this home derby between Bulawayo Hockey Club and Hippo Valley. Hippo Valley, a very touching story for this side. I mean, they've come in leaps and bounds over the years to become the formidable outfit that they are. I mean, dating back as far as 2006, 2007, with their coach, Dr. Tongai Mukwewa, really sacrificing so much with the likes of Pritchard Matambo, Cedric Starch, who's one of the umpires at the minute, and Donald Mutupo and co-Prosper Ritz Sitole, Pagio Munyani, Pablo in Paul Dakarai, many a player that have come out of the ranks of Hippo Valley. I mean, it's such an incredible story to hear all the way. You saw in the pre-tournament footage, most of them hail from the compounds in Chiredzi on Hippo Valley estates, and parents who work on the farms, and these are children who've grown up and been exposed to this our beloved sport, and wow, just wow, how they have grown in leaps and bounds. The confidence you will see will absolutely be brimming, ladies and gentlemen, as we get away. Connie Muchono is one to look out for as well. Is Pritchard Matambo. Is it over to Iri? On to number 11, Onward Shumba. Asmi Mpofu, chinking left, right here. Osler wear it. Swatting at the ball there. And it is umpires Atkins from Ghana and Brandon Neveling from South Africa on this near side. It is the first short corner for Hippo Valley. Some brilliant skill there, as you can see. Their talisman in vice captain Asmi Mpofu. His stick work is sublime. Want to really put on a few highlight reels.
Absolutely. Just the start they would have wanted the Hippo side. An early opportunity at that goal. Saw them practicing their variations just before we were pushed off here and looking like a mean machine, this Hippo club.
Watch out for the drag flick from Asmi Mpofu, jersey 17 here. Primed, goes to the wrong castle there, but picked up by young Evans Chikwani in midfield. He reminds me a bit of myself in my early days, with that very lean structure of his. Wow.
Here we go. So onto the ball now are the Hippo side. This is expected to be an insanely fast-paced encounter. Most of these players will know about each other very well, as they would play together sometimes and against each other quite often. So it's going to be a really cagey encounter. The Matland side, Kanyangarara brothers, and then just a couple of the youngsters. I mean, you look at Nam Tuchuku, Daniel Foster, Kevin January, all playing high school hockey just as last year.
Yes, Daniel Foster, also captain of Falcon College and captain of Matabeleland, who actually pipped St. John's in the final of the Super 12. Standout man of the match performance by Daniel Foster. So through ball to Chamunorwa, onto big brother Gift there. Unfortunately, unable to trap it. But exciting play. This Hippo side it does mean business. As Walter in defense for give and go there from Chamunorwa to Chamunorwa. Three brothers on the field there. It's done particularly well, led by big brother and captain Gift. Misunderstanding there from onward Shumba with 16, Emmanuel Mhlanga. Jetta on the ball there. Washed all the way by Kaidzanwa. Reverse ball, sent across the D, well defended. In the end there, looked like Mackensen in the middle. But very well played in midfield there. They just get a number, number 9. Looks like young Philip Zindi, also recently finished high school out of Bulawayo there.
Yeah, so just a good mix of youth and some experienced heads across both teams in this encounter, which bodes well for, just your hockey community in general, as youth are exposed to, working with or playing with national team players, experienced coaches. I mean, you look at both sets of coaching departments, stalwarts of Zimbabwean hockey and sport in general. So it can only be up from here, to be honest.
Yes, Amos Chamunorwa and brother Gift leading the charge here for the side. Stopped by Muchacha on the ball into Evans Chikwani, picked off by Foster. Kanyangarara on the attack here. Looking left, looking right. Hounded by onward Shumba. He's deceptively fast, ladies and gentlemen. He might not look the part, but definitely not one to leave in acres of space like that. Warning signs for Hippo as Gift Jetta makes the attack, and a brilliant tackle by Mutsawashe. Kanyangarara, play on signaled. Jetta with the shot towards goal. And it is stopped there by Walter Shuma. In jersey 19 for his side, as they bring their charges slowly as they progress forward. Does Mutsawashe Kanyangarara trying to gain ascendancy by sneaking the ball forward there. Back pass here to Walter Chuma. Chuma sends it into the corner. Onto Musa Angarara, mistrapping the ball there. Alec Chamunorwa with the through ball to Amos. Just mistiming. He had the time. And Oslo just inviting the contact there. Werit is his surname. Phil Zindi with a brilliant ball across there. There's out Amos Chamunyorwa. Sports quite an exciting piece of celebration. Should he happen to score, as we heard from Tatenya Kanyangarara, they have an interesting celebration of themselves. But you first have to score, Moody.
Yep, we'll be sure hoping to see that. Well, that's if you are one of the Bulawayo faithful. Nonetheless, Hippo slinking up on that right-hand side and taking ball up the park. Is he able to receive it? He isn't able to do so. And that's a chance gone of begging. Built it up quite nicely and can't make do with the opportunity. And that could just be warning signs fired in the way of their defensive unit. Don't give them a chance, otherwise they could make you rue that opportunity. Yeah, you could have defended slightly better. Now down the middle of the park, a beautiful ball out into that circle. He's opening up and unfortunately just taken off a stick by the defender who's impeded, and they get away with it. On that occasion, the Bulawayo Hockey Club.
A very calmly done piece of work there by the goalkeeper, Takwana Gaitzanwa. I mean, he's just looked at him and said, what on earth are you trying to do? I mean, full of confidence himself, a brilliant goalkeeper. Nice set of both kickers that he has. The red and black contrast with the yellow and the blue helmet. He'll have a thing or two to say about some of this match here. As number 16, Emmanuel Klanga, was impeded. Klanga onto Chikwani. Shot towards goal. Confidently kicked away twice there by Aitzanwa. Takanya Aitzanwa standing tall for BHC. Nice under the ball, under the arm. Asking them to cut it out there. Brother to brother was Tenda Kanyangarara. Nice switch ball here for BHC. We have an excellent structure, that structured approach that they're playing. Inside, being signaled by umpire. Oh, wow. That's Brandon Neveling out of the Republic of South Africa.
Come on, boys, come on.
Free hit for Bulawayo Hockey Club. It is somewhat of a provincial derby. Masingo Province against Matabeleland. Crash ball sent in but blocked. Daniel Foster on the ball here. Cleared onto Asmi Mpofu. Mpofu finds Amos Chamunorwa. Chamunorwa with the through ball to gift Chamunorwa. Chamunorwa hounded by Walter Chuma. Chuma beaten. Ball across to top D, trying to find a diving Asmi Mpofu. Unfortunately, not quite on the money.
Just didn't quite get to his man, as now we see the Hippo side looking to make a circle entry. Doesn't quite come off on that occasion, but getting rid of the ball there as Foster to collect to the middle of the park. He can't get onto it. And that just allows the BHC club. Ball out, trying to find his man on that on our left-hand side. Couldn't quite get to him. BHC to restart proceedings. I think he's going to go aerial, or he's possibly changed that and will go to the back. However, under hordes of pressure, he's got to get rid of it. A good little run there, but he's got to get rid of it. Holding on to it well enough, and eventually given some advantage by the referee, or umpire, I beg your pardon.
Yes, Walter was just fishing for that contact as you saw him drawing the ball left to right, back and forth as Philip Zindi takes the charge for BHC. But a bit of argy-bargy in the back of Phineas there. As we see jersey 17 on this near side for BHC. That is young Kevin January. I wonder what he's doing playing for the Bulawayo Hockey Club. I mean, surely he's from Harare?
Prince Edward man as well. Having played last year, lit up at Schoolboy League.
Yes, rightfully so. Did light it up. Bright and shining. He did, and earning himself the Young Player of the Year award. As you know, clubs are allowed to fish for players during this time. So, yeah, congratulations to him on the award. He can only grow into a world-class player. Actually, keep his head and obviously play at a bigger spectacle. Chance to perform at the top level with top players. I mean, it's experience that helps you and exposure that helps you grow as a player.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, as long as he's surrounded by a good couple of older heads, should be up and moving in the right way. As we see the Hippo side looking to break through the defences, can't quite do that on that occasion. Neither can the Bulawayo club. However, they will get some go forward ball. Looking out to his right-hand side, Kevin January with plenty of space, and you can hear the crowd getting behind him as soon as he's on the ball, because he's a man who always creates something and still taking it up. Taken off it, I think just lifted it and called dangerous. So not too chuffed with that. I really enjoy commentating when he's coaching because it gets a smile on your face.
Oh, indeed, and he is a crowd favourite, young Kev. And it's like a card here for Mtsawashe Kanyangarara, telling himself a stint on the sideline. Mchacha with the ball, left foot pass there. Just sending it up there. I mean, a pressure release valve. Piece of play, I would say. I mean, they aren't really under the cosh at that minute. They are creating a few chances for themselves. Their fitness will prove telling, as this Hippo side are very strong runners.
Real part of the game that they look to, pose themselves as we go aerial here. Doesn't meet the first man and into the circle with a bit of 3D skill, but taken off a stick. And BHC will earn themselves a get out of jail card on that occasion. So starting from the back yet again, I would say Hippo have looked the more promising side in terms of their attacking prowess so far. Down the park. Only makes it to halfway, but it turned on over. A great little touch there, and on a good little run, but the umpire is bringing him back for a bit of obstruction, that is. So stop-start at the moment. We haven't really gotten too much continuity in this encounter so far. Both sides settling into it. A minute 15 in this, the first.
Well, if you ask me, having played Matabele sides for quite a while, this game that we're seeing from them is purely a part of their DNA. They'll look to frustrate you, and then up the ante a bit in the third and fourth quarter. Expect short corners, and then that guy, young Tatenda Kanyangarara, he's got a bullet of a drag flick on him. Cometh the man, cometh the hour, every time. That is their joker of a card, let's put it that way.
We'll be sure looking to watch them pull that out the hat later on, or as soon as possible. Just 37 seconds here, and we're still goalless in the staging of the Africa Cup for club champions hosted here in Harare, Zimbabwe at the St. John's Trust. And it's day one with plenty of action to come your way. We'll be back here bright and early again tomorrow, using the wider channels there, and possibly still taking that up. Kip, as they spare that ball beautifully into the circle, just didn't get it together and was never quite comfortable on that ball, meaning unable to retain it as well as he'd like, as we find ourselves being goalless after the first quarter.
Yes, goalless it is with Chigumira with the strong surge forward here. But, no need to panic at the minute for either side. The BHC gentlemen doing the best they can virtually to just contain their bitter rivals in Hippo Valley men's hockey. The scores are locked at 0 apiece. It is the end of the first quarter. Do not leave your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Accolades.
Let January hold. Hold it wide, hold it wide. Here we go, put it wide, boy. Alex, go where he's taking you. Alex,
So back to our action here. Out at the St. John's Astro for as currently witnessing our final day one encounter, which sees the Bulawayo Hockey Club taking on the Hippo side, who pride themselves on a good deal of history, as pointed out by my co-commentator. Bulawayo Hockey Club in the blue strip and the Hippo side on the white. And an all Zimbabwean encounter as a host nation. Our first edition of the African Cup for club champions.
Yes, that loud shrill from the crowd there, from some skill being shown by Connie Muchono, an experienced campaigner. You don't want to be diving to him, of all people. I mean, switch ball here onto Jetta, unfortunately unable to pick up the ball, just coming off his body there, as Kev January is now in midfield. Expect him to dictate play. He's really small in stature, but dangerous all the same. Dynamite does come in small packages.
Sure does. Explosive little player. I mean, we got a little tester of what he can do towards the ending stages of that first quarter. And now, this Hippo man, he'll be a bit frustrated with that first touch, not quite coming off.
Yes, that touch not quite coming off as he wanted. Was Muchacha onto Chigumira. Tadi switch ball to Phineas, jersey 15. Into the D, looking for that lead line. As you can hear Coach Mukwewa screaming at him. Young Makaseni in jersey 10 here in acres of space for BHC. Onward Shumba trying to find Chigumira, but just a little too far on that occasion.
Yeah, a little too far. Not what Fate wanted nonetheless. Bulawayo Hockey Club, it just feels like they played in the same part of the park for extremely large periods. How long will it take for them to actually fold? And if it's a matter of a long time, then surely by then they'd have settled into this, and Hippo would have wasted all of this momentum they have behind their backs.
It's a good turn there by Phil Machaya. Donald Mutupo in the D. They're looking for yes, he was inside there, but well, not ruling that that one was dangerous, or rather in the D. It was a foul that was from outside. Donald Mutupo in jersey 6, experienced campaigner there. I mean, Mshlanga unable to trap the ball there, to the frustration of coach Doc Mkwewa.
Oh, could that be a gift early on here for the Hippo Club? Right through the middle of the park, easy as you like.
Donald Mutupo causing problems in defense there. Well picked out by Azmi Mpofu. And Mutupo wouldn't be invited twice for dinner. Absolutely gobbled it and pushed aside to a 1-0 lead in the second quarter. 10 minutes to go on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. And they take a 1-0 lead, Ben, as you pointed out. Far too easy for him. Was set up on a silver platter and he took full advantage. Like you pointed out, did not need a second invite. He was all over that to give his side a 1-0 lead. Just what they'd have needed in the beginning stages of this, the second quarter. So whatever chat did take place at halftime, well, it's to bear fruit for this Hippo Club as they back up on attack already. Pretty much the same kind of run. He's got to look to pop it up off a foot and needing a crack at it. The shot's kind of begging.
That was a brilliant turn of pace and skill there from Musa Bonakanwe, jersey 12 for Hippo Valley. Onward Shumba. Turn to number 13. It's like a substitute there. Jersey 13 for Hippo Valley, that is Reginald Meza. He had all the time in the world. The experience of Donald Mutupo. Good sir.
Well,
not one for the highlight reels.
Certainly not. He saw his name etched in stars and his teammates all around him. Forgot about the ball.
Yeah, if there's one player who's absolutely lethal and regarded as one of the greats of Zimbabwean hockey, and I mean he's just too good. That's confidence there that tells you that he can one-time it from top D with the ball that's coming across that fast. I mean, he's that good.
Yeah, if he struck it and hit it, wow, that would have been one of the goals of the day. As we see Engelbert turned on over. And just a bit too much on it. Coming into their own, showing a bit more expression on this Hippo side, as January is off for Zindi.
Somewhat tired, Kev January. Sorry to pick on you, buddy, but yeah, it is hard running. Baptism of fire at the biggest stage, but it's good effort that he's showing. I mean, you want to leave it all out there on the park. It's just what you like to see from the coach and spectators' perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, you know, as one of the youngsters in the setup, the older guys will be expecting some mileage from you. As a youthful member of the setup, I quite like just the width they're using here, this Hippo Club. Bit of a shoulder in there, Love to see it. Not
I
yet to
think
make
they're
friends.
picking on the old man there. Sorry, Donald. I mean, these youngsters no respect whatsoever for their elders. I mean, here he is. Just watch the stick work. Watch the stick work. Chance here. Almost for Musa Mbonakanwe, but Donald Mutupo just showing his experience. I mean, he waits for you to just lift either left or right foot and then puts it exactly in the direction that you're not heading. I mean, always difficult to mark each time. As we see Tatenda Kanyangarara having to drop back into defense now. He started up out front, but trying to orchestrate something from depth for his side.
Yep, and why not? I mean, one of the most experienced heads in the side. He'll be looking to light up that stage. Out to the right hand side and
Yes, that is a card coming for Chigumira, jersey number 7 for Hippo Valley on that somewhat abrasive tackle. Earns himself 2 minutes on the sidelines.
So the Bulawayo club finally on the right end of the park. They've got to create something here, Ben. 6 minutes to go in this, the second quarter. This has to be their moment. I've just got to be more clinical here, get about their craft and get themselves into this encounter. They've got some exceptional players. Unfortunately, just sitting behind the defender on that occasion was Kanyangarara. Now into the circle, he finds a foot, I think, looking to put it away, but doesn't quite come off Engelbrecht as he stopped on that occasion. But wow, a brilliant effort by that man in the 7 jumper for the Bulawayo side. Just not giving up. And that was, beg your pardon, had the ladies list. Farai Machemedze.
It was almost a Muchedzi there. Yeah, almost.
Slightly better. Ben Muchedzi, my co-commentator.
I hate you, Mudu.
Love you too, brother. As we spent a full day together.
Oh yes, always fantastic time in the booth with you. I mean, you've got to deliver the goods as Kiseni on the ball. Brilliant pirouette there. Jersey number 10 on the other side of the field as we see Max Seni on the ball. Onto Philip Zindi. The charge towards the D. Looking for striker there who was absolutely napping.
Engelbrecht. He's just got to be aware. I think he had his back turned the wrong way as well. And it just didn't quite come off for him. He'll be disappointed by that.
Yeah, a bit of a deer in the headlights moment there as Phineas Piri was picked off by Tatenda Nyangarara. Nyangarara with the reverse shot through to Engelbrecht. But Muchacha right on the money, watching his angles well to cut that through ball out. As you see, Donald Mutupo very high in the field, alone in the D. All he needs is to be picked out.
Oh, great effort coming off of his lines to look after a side and absolutely pumped in the background there. The man in goal for the Bulawayo Hockey Club. Ball out into the middle. He sorts that away. Get out of my way, please. What is that? He's having his moment.
He's telling you that, hey, not today, Bali. And that's a keeper brimming with confidence. Unlucky to get to concede that one there, but he's nothing short of confidence, this guy. I'll be honest. Yes, I am top goal scorer, but I'm yet to actually score a goal past Takwana Aidzanwa.
Wow. He can count himself lucky on that occasion because of that connected. That's Engelbrecht. He'd been in all sorts of physical pain. Grateful for that coming off well as BHC now down this touchline. Weighing out his options. He's gonna need a mate. Unfortunately, that runs away from him.
Here we go, Josh! Get in there! Come on!
2:48 to go.
I'll tell you a trick against this formidable Hippo Valley side. You just got to be up in their face. Run as hard as you can. Just your presence matters, and how you display yourself on the field will determine whether you put pressure on them or not. Otherwise, they'll just walk all over you.
Just disposing of that. Rather have it out the way than, get to your defenders, and now you're under the pump as the Hippo club through the middle of the park, weighing out his options, spreading that ball out wide again, using that width. But those passes just not consistent for either side, really.
Yes, Meza on that occasion, jersey number 13, across the field there, missed timing that ball, but all the same, it is possession for Kanyangarara with the under the shoulder pass to Kev January. Look at this kid go. Fortunately pipped off there. It is onward Shumba onto Chaya.
Tell you what, onto a foot, and a short corner goes the way of the Hippo club. Yeah, a couple of hands up, but it was straight onto a foot. There's no denying that, as the umpires rightfully make that decision. Unfortunately, though, for BHC, they'll feel aggrieved, but they've got to get that behind them and crack on with this effort.
Yes, a cheeky piece of play there from the Hippo Valley player. Just can't quite get a number at the minute. Looks like number 2, that is Clear Moyo, having a wry look at the umpire to say, come on, what more do I need to do? But all the same, short corner, Donald Mutupo. Expect him to aim high, or rather, he likes to go to bottom left, drag flick. Donald Mutupo stopped.
Just goes wide. Wow, you almost called it.
I've played with him many a year, and Engelbrett is on the ball here. A nice reverse ball there, just not linking up well with his fellow striker in number 14. That's Senior Mpofu. Richard Matambo on the ball here to Muchacha. Muchacha scans forward to Mutupo a little bit too far. Just got his angle wrong. A thumbs up he receives from Mr. Donald Mutupo, who is our sole goal scorer thus far. Moody.
Yep, sitting pretty at 1-0 at the moment. They'll be wanting to add another. They won't be done just yet, one would feel. And still making way up the park, but wow, almost dealing with those two defenders at ease.
It's Chigumira on the ball. Good close control to Clear Moyo. Back to Phineas. Carrara on jersey number 15. Not a fan of all this showboating on the field. I mean, it's really not necessary.
Yep, as we get to the halfway break, being 1-0 up are the Hippo side over the Bulawayo Hockey Club. They've been the more consistent of the sides, I feel, in terms of, just the pass ratio, a successful pass ratio, and just playing on the right end of the park, whereas the Bulawayo side just aren't. They seem to run out of steam. They aren't taking full advantage of opportunities they're creating. Where could they improve? Where do you feel?
I just feel that they're sitting a little bit too deep. Maybe because of the high line being employed by the Hippo Valley strikers. You'd want to back yourself, back your confidence. Just step out of your 25-yard zone, maybe between 25 and halfway. Really compress the Hippo Valley players and just watch the angles. Outside of that, they're playing, building up nicely from depth, but just not finding those extra legs that needed to surge up the field. So it is 1-0 to Hippo Valley. We'll be back after this short break.
Put the ball there.
My name is Eugene Jumo Achampong, captain of the Ghana Revenue Authority hockey men's team. Yes, we knew that we were definitely going to qualify for the championship. So right from the beginning of our league season, our main aim was everything that we were doing was geared towards competing in the club's championship. Yes, they are feeling very good. Most of us have played in the championship for some time now, and a few of them playing for the first time. So it's quite a kind of a mixed feeling. But then in total, I think that morale in camp is good and the boys are ready.
Yo, what's up? This is Jera. So, word of the day, focus on the winning, keeping positive. See you there.
I think appreciating where Hippo is from. Hippo, it's a Hippo Valley estate, it's a farm. So you'll find that the players, their background is their children, initially of employees on the farm. So for them to get to this level, where you're competing for the top crown in Africa, coming from a farm in the middle of, Tirezi, the low belt of Zimbabwe, I think it means the world to a lot of the players here. And in fact, to myself, to actually say we're now on the continental stage coming from that particular background. But getting here it's a team effort. And I think part of the team that you don't see here is those who have helped us to get to this point, the sponsors who've put in a significant amount of money to pay for everything that has managed to get us here. I think we're particularly appreciative to Hewlett's to get us to this continental tournament.
Honestly, I'm so excited. I can't believe that we are finally here. We get to play some good hockey. We get to watch some good hockey. It's been a really long journey from last year qualifying, I think it was in January, and trying to get the pieces together, getting the team together, getting the logistics together because we traveled. And honestly, I feel so grateful to be here. The good thing is we know each other quite well. I think everyone who's come from out of the country, we have played together before, and we've had a few practices together as well. So gelling, we've gelled. We just have to see how we come together on match day, because everyone has to give their best, and that comes down to individuals.
My name is Amr El Hadi. I'm playing in Port Fahd hockey team.
Oh, we're super excited. I mean,
I think it's the
sijabulile ukubana siya ku Accc njalo ama-players ethu ama-spirits abo high, and silethemba lokubana sizadlala kuhle ku-Accc njalo silethemba lokubana ama-result azasifavor ukubana sihambe ku-final.
Look, we are representing Maribiland as coming from this region, but I think we're also there representing Zimbabwe.
Of this encounter, it is 1-0 to Hippo Valley. Men who courtesy of that goal from old-timer Donald Mutupo. Chigumira on the ball here, out to Muchacha. Muchacha back to Pritchard Matambo, jersey 8. On to Phineas. Makarara on to Muchacha from Matambo. Muchacha with the through ball there. Fortunately, nobody home for Hippo Valley. And BHC with all to do in the second half, but trust me, these guys, they like to lay roughly on the fence and then just turn it up a bit and earn that one short corner and bang, they're on the score sheet. So it should be interesting for them to see a good leading run here from Dan Forster, hounded by Phineas Makarara. Oh, good ball into midfield for Connie Mchono with the reverse ball here. Josh Engelbrett was the target. I mean, all day I could see it before it even came. And Connie Mchono, the right ball, but just nobody home on that occasion. Matambo with the restart. Makarara, jersey 15. Sporting an interesting hairdo there, Mudi. It's for bachelors.
Oh, wow. You don't know that. They do like it. As we see all, very well done to keep that Bulawayo side under pressure, plugged in their own bit by the Hippo men. A couple of defenders all over him, man. Into the circle now, trying to find anything. Will he find that foot, which is what he was after? No, the Bulawayo side survive that little scare. Good composure's a call from the sidelines, and rightfully so, to just keep the Hippo side out of this one, or out of a possible second.
Yes, overhead from Kanyangarara there, missed by Makarara there, jersey 15. It's an ara affair at the minute, but BAC with all to do, as they need to get the likes of Kev January on the ball to really pull the strings from
now working down that flank, finding each other quite wide in the pocket, and all that pass, just expecting one of his mates to make that run and receive that, not quite coming off. So the BHC side, and it'll be Kanyangarara, the skip up to restart proceedings for a side. He looks out to the left hand side, out back into the middle, and just end out and beg your pardon, out and then back out.
Yes, that ball from Phil Zindi, trying to find Mackinson in jersey 10, not quite coming off as planned. It's a hit out for BHC. Jetta on the ball here at top D, looking to turn the defender inside out. Well marshaled by Walter there. Good defending by Walter Chuma, jersey 19 for Bulawayo Hockey Club.
Watch! Come wider, yeah! Wider! Ozzy!
It's Chigumira really positioning himself well there. Onto Alec Chamunorwa with that ball towards the goals. Deflected there. Donald Mutupo on the ball, unfortunately, illegally. And just blocking access to the ball there with the stick.
BHC to Dan Foster. He's been forced into some work, and that's just how easy it seems for this Hippo side, just working away at those passes at the top of the circle. And that's the second time that he's trying to have a crack on the go.
Yes, Claire Moyo again. Rather, I lie. That was Amos Chamunorwa. I mean, not pretty signs if you're a player of like Chamunorwa, because you know you're getting the eye from your coach. I mean, second time coming.
Yeah. First one I felt was a lot worse. I felt he had so much time and no one around him. Player of his prowess would have stopped that. As we see the Hippo club now, they've got to send that ball to the middle as quick as they can to create something off it. Off the keeper's booting. And still under hordes of pressure from this Hippo side, taking the ball up.
Good individual skill there from Philip Zindi, pickpocketing stalwart Donald Mutupo. Kevin January really starting to express himself on the field. And Daniel Forster there just encroaching in the 5-yard line. Reverse ball. Philip Zindi on the ball. Onto jersey 33 here. This near side. Somebody likes us up here. Just turning on the lights for us. This one will be, it'll be hard to pick a man of the match, per se. Maybe it'll just go to the goal scorer.
Yep.
Because, I mean,
a couple of players have had opportunities and haven't been able to put them away. And at the moment, he's been the difference. So why not?
I'm not sure if we have a cyclone in the mix, but definitely not what I'm hearing from the crowd. Please block your ears, children, back at home. Some very strong challenges in midfield there. Mshlanga, unlucky for Bulawayo Hockey Club.
Had he done his meters on that occasion? I don't know about that. Hadn't done the meters, so called off it by Mr. Umpire.
Yes, earned himself 2 minutes in the naughty chair. As Dan Forster is on the ball here, as they're looking with very strong tackle from Phineas Makarara. I mean, that's where you need your teammates to scream, man on. Dan Forster on the ball here. Nice under the... Picked off again was Mutsa Kanyangarara. I don't really think that is his strongest position. He's an excellent defensive midfielder, if you ask me. You'd rather swap him with Kev January, who's sitting in that holding midfielder, because Kev has that ability to shift the ball from left to right, as opposed to Mutsa, who is more of a stop-start player.
Yeah. Absolutely, as you mentioned, Ben. Got to find that balance.
Yes, I did ply my trade in coaching circles back in the day, and resumed last season taking charge at Chisipiti girls senior school, that is. And I really enjoyed my time there, and looking forward to another opportunity should it arise. But yes, I am a player, but also have the brains of Jose Mourinho in the hockey circles.
It'd be nice to come have a look at that soon enough, as the Bulawayo Hockey Club, they just need a chance to go their way, because they've created them quite a couple of times. As in the background, the St. John's Pipe Band, I think their boys playing out in a water polo final across the road on the main campus at 7 p.m.
Oh, they've just gone to fetch their players, I presume. What a welcome it is. I mean, being led out by the St. John's Marching Band, who are actually world champions in marching band circles. I mean, who would have thought? There's that movie, everyone loved to hate, American Pie, Band Camp. I mean, gives nostalgic memories of that back in the day. Shout out to you, Glenn, in the United States. But fond memories growing up.
To restart proceedings here will be the skipper, Kanyangarara. He's been hard at work for his side. They just need a moment to go their way, and that would completely open up this game and leave us an exciting final quarter. 5 minutes remaining in this one, however, so it's not all over. Keep going.
Yes, as you heard in the background there, Coach Kays Kanyangarara just screaming to the midfielders to go into those pockets of space. It's important that you identify. And I would also have the likes of Makiseni with brilliant stick work. There's a chance there. It was the wrong ball. There was a striker sitting, waiting for the tap-in at the far post. I mean, as I told you, Bulawayo really coming into their own now. Brilliant skills in midfield from Kev January. I mean, quick thinking, yeah. It's just showing why he's part of that national men's indoor side.
Yep. Great talent. As they still at 1-0 up, Ben. Anyone who's particularly stood out?
I like the work in midfield by number 7, Tadiwa Chigumira. He's really working hard for Hippo. As you can hear, nicknamed CR7. I don't know if that applies in hockey, but all the same...
CR8 if it's you, or BM8, that's what you'd call it.
I think I found myself a new nickname. How many is that, guys? Please, cut me some slack already.
3 minutes and 30 to go here. On day 1 of this Africa Cup for Champions. Hosted proudly in Harare, Zimbabwe. Plenty of action to come your way. I think we're starting off bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I think it is.
8 a.m. on a Sunday. But all
it's
for
not easy like a Sunday morning tomorrow. It'll be a mad dash.
Hey, your whistle!
Yes, Phil Zindi going down in his haunches, yeah. Just onto the foot there by Alec Chamunorwa. Onto Tatenda Kanyangarara's foot there. A right dejected look that was there, and Connie Muchono having a bit of afters there. But you'll have to have done something to rile him up. I mean, he's normally the nicest bloke on the field. But a chance for Hippo Valley as we see 2 minutes 45 seconds on the clock, or 44 seconds on the clock. And it is 1-0 to Hippo Valley. Richard Matambo, Asmi Mpofu with the shot towards goal, saved by Takwana.
Oh, almost had a second crack, eh? Literally stopped it the same way and just didn't get out the way. Otherwise his mate could have actually gone off a second time, but they will have another crack at it. Will they change their variation on this occasion? Can they put this one away for themselves to take a 2-0 lead? It's just gone wide to the left-hand side and things stay the same. A goal up are the Hippo Club. Kanyangarara up and a skip up. He's opted for that side. Majority of the time he's had to clear from the back.
Yes, the pressure beginning to tell, And just over 2 minutes as Zanma looks like a substitution of keepers here for Bulawayo Hockey Club. That is Nam Tochuku.
Former Falcon Old Boy. Well, Falcon Old Boy, rather. Former Falcon Boy.
Maybe that will be the lucky draw card for BHC. As a deep ball played onto the halfway line for Pritchard Matambo as he scans forward. Finds Evans Chikwana. That looked like a foot, eh, Moody?
Yep.
And a lonely account in goals for Fleming Mazua there.
Yeah, he's
must
quite
be
the
cold.
loner. Yep, quite the loner today. Old Fleming, also coach, so hockey man and heart. Applies this trade out in Chimoy at Lamagandi.
Go Lamagandi!
This is one of the top local schools here in Zim. And a short corner, much to the frustration of the Bulawayo side. Tell you who won't be frustrated by that, the Hippo side.
Yeah, it's
Surely
playing
Doc has
right
a
into their hands there, so... Yeah, I mean, Doc must be having an absolute tea party downstairs.
You want a side to convert though.
And shout out to Brad Ewer, who's accepted my invitation for our preferred choice of beverage. We will see you on Thursday, buddy. And to number 13, Michael Ballack of hockey in little brother Tinashe Zemwa, all the way in Atlanta in the United States. Shout out to you, young man. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you around these ends pretty soon.
Just the 44 seconds remaining on the clock here, Ben. Can the Hippo side take something away to give him a more comfortable start or finish to this encounter? Yes, that'll be a short corner, exactly what they would have wanted, applying all sorts of pressure.
Yes, Asmi Mpofu just turning the magic there. I mean, they're just open to be gobbled, for lack of a better word, and his 3D skills and turn of pace are just phenomenal. But all the same, he gets the crowd going. That's what this Hippo side live off. They live off the hype and vibes of the crowd, singing Memo. I don't know who Memo is, Moody.
We'll have to find out as the Hippo side line up yet another short corner. Hasn't quite worked out for them today. Got it laid off a tomahawk attempt. Goes wide yet again. It's just been messy at the top, Ben. Not good enough, simply.
Yes, not good enough. That's multiple short corners that they've failed to convert today as Tatenda Kanyangarada restarts for his side. Makiseni to restart for Bulawayo Hockey Club. I'd like to see BHC really throw the kitchen sink. They're sitting a little bit too deep, as you saw from that restart there. Two defenders sitting on the 25. I mean, just play a high line and block it off from there. Back yourself. I mean, two very experienced players. So all to play for. It is still 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth and final quarter coming up shortly. Stay tuned.
I like all the times we are preparing well, training well, and we came here to get the champions. We came here because we are champions of the Egyptian League, and this is the first time, the second time for us to join this tournament, and we hope that we win. First of all, I want to thank the Zimbabwe Hockey Federation because I think the field is very well, organized very well, and every time we come back to Egypt, we tell about our friends.
To give people a good show.
Oh, we're super excited. I mean, for our team, we've qualified quite a number of times. But just hadn't had the funds to be able to travel to other African countries. So just the fact that we're hosting it it's excitement, and just purely it's just purely excitement.
You know, this is a big opportunity for Hippo, both men's and women's. I think for all the teams in Zimbabwe, it's such a big opportunity, a big stage for all the teams, because hosting such a big tournament means a lot for everyone.
Sing as much as you can, all right, allow us to do the playing, all right, and hopefully, you know, we can't control results, but we're looking forward.
Of the penultimate game of the opening day, the Africa Cup for club champions. It is the co-hosts Hippo Valley taking on Bulawayo Hockey Club, as we see Asmi Mpofu again with that deceptively fast turn of pace there down the left-hand flank.
The final 14, Ben. Shout out to the Rising Stars team. Been a long day. So shout out to the entire crew. Final 14 minutes, gents. You've done a great job. Nate the Great with a big smile on his face, operating that camera.
Yes, sir, and you haven't missed a beat all day. I mean, all the action brought to you live thanks to the trusty skills of the team. Uncle Tony with the still shots around. Shout out to you, sir. Pastor Fatso on the close-up shot here. And solar panel himself, Nado, and our two sidekicks behind the scenes in Sanchez and Bruce Burr, as he calls himself. And shout out to our TD, none other than Mr. Case Tembo.
He probably wishes he was out there, out on the park where those days sailed.
Yes, shout out to you, Babarua. I think your playing days are done, buddy. We rather play up here for good now, don't you think?
Yep, a little peace sign as we get into this one. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're out at the St. John's Astro here for the Africa Cup for club champions, hosted from today the 24th till the 31st, so lots of hockey action to come your way. Live here on the African Hockey Federation YouTube channel. Do like and subscribe, put on those notifications as well, hit that bell so you know next time we're live tomorrow. All the games will be coming your way live and direct from the St. John's Chester Astro.
Yes, and a good shout out to all our sponsors: Packer Services, Believe Sports, Mr. Chando, Ice Aerial School out in Rua, Zimbabwe Hockey, and the SRSC for putting on a brilliant display. Jetta with the shot towards goal, and unfortunately going wide from the rebound was Jamela. St. John's Educational Trust and St. John's College for this beautiful, beautiful world-class facility here in the heart of Harare. 360 Car Hire, who are ensuring all the players are where they need to be on time. For the tents behind, in and around the grounds here, brought to you by Rooney's, the hiring specialists, Garfunkels, and Africa Hockey for bringing you this live stream, brought to you by none other than Rising Stars. Rising Stars to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Plenty of hockey to come within the next 10 days. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, you sure don't want to miss it. As Hippo side are up and on their way. Lots of support for the Hippo outfit. Sorry, that's actually Bulawayo support. Well, they're both next to each other, so you actually never know who it's for. I guess if you're on the park, I'd just take it.
Yes, I can't quite tell the difference. I think it's the BHC ladies who are more vocal in this minute. As who do you think is leading all these war cries in the crowds, Moody?
Interesting captain. I actually wouldn't know. Actually. You obviously have played and worked with most of the hockey community. I'm sure you've got a pick.
Talk about putting me on the spot. Well, with my trusty glasses here, I can see Nicole, jersey 14 in the mix there. Who else? It'll be interesting, but I can't quite tell from out here. I mean, They are in full song, cheering their side on.
Then the BHC club finally getting a chance up the park, and it doesn't quite come off. It's just been consistently, they just get turned over just as they're on a nice little build-up. Do they maybe need to just change the way they're going about their business towards the closing ends of this one, or, you know, just be consistent, stay true to obviously your structure, just to break that ice and get yourself something. 9 minutes on the clock to go.
Yes, if I was the coach, I'm not saying that.
Starting to speak louder so they can hear me. Is that all right?
Okay, let me whisper, ladies and gentlemen. If I was the coach of Bulawayo Hockey Club, I mean, he has some very exciting players. You just want to change it up a bit and send the likes of Tatenda Kanangarara up the park, Makiseni, Phil Zindi, and just try to build something from there. I mean, yes, you're under the coach, but you don't really need to be defensive like that. All the same, Asmi Mpofu on the ball, shielding. It was. I mean, the score is just 1-0. Blocked by Pritchard Matambo. Phineas Makarara onto Muchacha. Muchacha onto Matambo. Matambo down the line here to Mpofu. Mpofu finding Alec Chamunorwa. Alec onto big brother Gift. Overhead across the circle. Not 5, are we? But 8 minutes to go. BHC just need one sniff. They need to be playing hockey in the right end of the field, Mudi. I mean, they're sort of just hanging back. But do they have an answer? We will wait and see. Makiseni receiving the ball from January. A brilliant switch ball there from Makiseni as they look to go forward to find Koni Muchono. Yes, it is a free hit for Hippo. Chigumira onto Makarara. Makarara with the reverse ball. Chamunora with the shot towards goal. Advantage played, but doesn't quite find the mark there. Glorious advantage played by umpire Neveling of South Africa. I mean, nice turn there in midfield from Kev January. He wriggles his way out of danger. It is a yellow card. Yellow card, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes on the sideline there. Gift Chamnorwa with the banana run. It was forced over the baseline by Philip Zindi, but a turn of pace from Captain Chamnorwa, Jetta, that is earning his side a critical short corner. They just received a yellow card. I mean, you got to take advantage, Bulawayo Hockey Club. I mean, try and play more on the high end of the field.
Very simple, you'd say. But unfortunately now they find themselves having to line up behind their lines there. Oh, this Bulawayo Hockey Club. The Hippo hushing the crowd. Big expectations, but again, it's just been the tale of the day. It's been quite poor. And now they've got the numbers up the park. They've got to send them out into the middle. They've got a man who's making the run. Is he going to get there? No, he won't. Just put a little too much. He manages to gather, but they need a circle entry. It hasn't come off. Bulawayo Hockey Club was at their chance. Hippo turning that defense into attack yet again.
That ball was supposed to go into midfield to Kevin January. The defender was already committed to cover this left-hand flank. Just needed to slap it across the field to find Kevin, who was in acres of space. It would have been a one-on-one chance, but Accc all the same. Philip Zindi, midfield there. Like multiple barges off the ball there. I mean, BHC will have themselves to blame. It was literally a 5-on-1.
Yeah. You know, it's hard to see them with a way back into it after missing an opportunity like that, Ben. Going over the top. Does anyone collect it? Which way does it go? Kanyangarara, as you asked, Ben, he's been ordered up the park to the opposite end to go create something, go create some magic. And the inspirational skipper.
Yes, Alex Chamnorwa into the D here. Playing it onto the foot of Oslo. Weta there. But I think Coach Mike McKillop was overhearing our conversation up here. There's a change of tactics as he sends Captain Kanyangarara up front. They need to play hockey in the right end of the field. I think testament of that chance there. You need an experienced campaigner up front to be able to play the right ball as and when required. But BAC do have a goal in them. Can they be able to defend this short corner to keep themselves in the match here? Shot towards goal. Another shot again. It is blocked and cleared. Brave defending from the Bulawayo Hockey Club men as they just desperately defend their lines. 1-0 still the score, Moody. I mean, all to play for. Connie Muchoni with a brilliant through ball. An absolute sitter missed by the striker there. We just called it. We had just called it. That was Tatenda Kanyangarara.
Need to put that away. Looped around onto it.
This is the third time. Maybe a little too late.
Yeah, I think a word might have to be had, because that's some, situations like that, you're pretty much letting down your side. And a player of his power is playing at this level. These are skills you learned as an up and coming player. Not on Africa's biggest stage in terms of club hockey.
Big match tournament, as well as big match players are required for those moments within the game. As you see, Tadi Chugumira on the ball here for Hippo. Onto Donald Mutupo, back to Chugumira, onto Makarara. Through ball to Gift Chamunorwa, picked off by Walter. Through ball to Tate Kanyangarara in acres of space here. Nicely weighted ball. Ooh, unlucky there. But a deft touch and through ball from Tatenda Kanyangarara. Be sure that a shot at goal there from substitute, almost getting that into play. It is a long corner there. BHC really turning up the ante a bit. As I told you, this is how they like to play. Moody.
Yep, you did point it out towards the end stages. They'll change things up and come at you. Whoa, cold off of it. Oh, Daniel Foster, he thought he'd have gotten something from that. And now turning that defense into a bit of a counter attack. Up the park, the Hippo Club at the moment. Hordes of numbers in blue. Out to left-hand side, and what a save by the former Falcon man. Keeping aside in this one with a diving effort to his right-hand side. Is there another twist in this tale, Ben?
I tell you what, don't leave your screens. either side. I mean, 2 minutes to play here. BHC really willing themselves forward. I mean, Nam, the goalkeeper, their substitute goalkeeper, pulling off an absolute blinder of the save to keep his side in the match with an opportunity to gain something from this game. It's sent out to Alec Chamunorwa. Onto midfield there, intercept by Daniel Forster as BHC look to get out there. Nice ball played out. Unfortunately not trapping the ball. This absolute coach killer that. I mean, we're doing all the extra effort to recover the ball, but where it matters most, we're just not there. Brilliant work from Dan Forster there. As BHC just need to push up. It really wasn't this ball to take. The defensive line should push up. Look, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players standing. It's just not cool. A deliberate infringement there. A yellow card for Phineas Makarara. 10 minutes.
4 seconds remaining on the clock here, Ben. Can this be their chance? Will it be delirium out in the south in Bulawayo tonight?
Absolute delirium that we are expecting. 44 seconds to go. Played onto Gifter. Jetta onto the baseline, onto little brother there. Strong defense. That is an awesome tackle there. 30 seconds to go as he absolutely milks that one. "19 seconds to go. Phil Zindi with the 13 seconds to go here. BHC with the strong finish. Unfortunately, countdown coming. It might be a little too late. That extra push coming. And commiserations, Bulawayo Hockey Club, who's absolutely threw everything at that in the final stages. Nothing short of good display of hockey and commitment to the cause. Just not quite coming up trumps and putting the pressure. Yes, a little too late. Hippo Valley finishing 1-0 victors. Handshakes all around and a firm hug from old-timers Dr. Kwewa and Case Kanyangarara. I mean, they actually left it all out there today, but a little too late in terms of their tactical changes. Moody, I mean, we called it and they began to cause problems, but maybe listen to Ben.
Yeah, just unfortunately those changes, like you pointed out, coming a little too late, Ben. You had predicted it, and you also did see that spark in their efforts and attempts towards the end stages, which you did predict as well. I guess just a little too late as the Hippo Hockey Club managing to finish up tops here, a goal ahead as we wrap up our day one encounters. Ben Muchedzi rather will be downstairs for a quick interview shortly, so you catch him then.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'd like to thank you. Those guys who all for making your way out to day one. We have to get up the championships. The highlights of our recording at 8 a.m. with our first encounter, which you'll see the front of Egypt taking on the School Excellence Hockey Club. Again, action coming your way live here from St. John's. They'll catch you for 100 minutes in your life. Safe travels.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of proceedings on the first day. I'm joined in studio by our pick, man of the match, the sole goal scorer, the fossil, that is Donald Mutupo. Congratulations, good sir, and very standout performance. Where it mattered most, you took the chance and you buried it. Congratulations, you earn yourself a nice shiny trophy for the cabinet back home, and no signs of retiring, I'm sure.
Not yet, not yet. I don't have to retire because I have to keep these guys going because they have to learn from us.
Definitely so. They draw a lot of inspiration from you, and it is quite it's a privilege to be able to play with a player of your magnitude. I mean, we've shared the field for many a year, and I'm actually jealous that you get to play and I'm not. But all the same, next time for sure. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, imparting that knowledge, imparting those skills. A message back home for the kids who are watching today.
Okay, guys. For the youngsters that are coming up, we just want to make sure we continue playing hockey. We have to make sure that hockey is everywhere, every corner of the country there. We need hockey to be there. Thank you.
Yes, 100% in terms of confidence and inspiration, as you've heard from the man himself, Munuwashe, as he's called back home. Donald Mutupo, our player of the match. Thank you, sir, and all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, King Ben.
We'll do the closing now. Okay.
Thank you.
So there we have it, an opening thrilling day we've had today here at St. John's College AstroTurf, brought to you by Africa Hockey. I mean, a brilliant spectacle of hockey. The standard is right up there. We saw some brilliant goals, some brilliant individual efforts, some brilliant team efforts all round. And honest to say, this tournament is really building up nicely and slowly, and more exciting hockey to come through. I mean, we've done a good job, I'd say, in terms of coming out despite the weather, despite all our day-to-day hustle and bustle. But all the same, thank you to all our viewers online, to all the sponsors. As I mentioned prior, it's a great show of hockey on display. We meet again tomorrow, bright and early at 8 o'clock. I am your host with the most, Ben Muchedzi. We shall see each other bright and early in the morning. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Signing out.